Maroof Raza on the panel with Rakesh Sinha leans towards the RSS. Jaiveer Shergill of the Congress Party here to explain, or rather perhaps apologize for what Shankar Aiyar has said. Sambit Patra of the BJP. My first question to Gaurav Bhatia of the Samajwadi Party. Mr. Bhatia, thank you for joining us. Now, how many votes do you think Azam Khan thinks he will get by trying to talk like an ISIS spokesperson?
No, Arnab, first of all, let me just say this, that Mr. Akhilesh Yadav today, within a few hours of Mr. Azam Khan making this
doesn't matter what Akhilesh said. Doesn't matter. No, this good cop, bad cop thing.
Because he is the chief minister of UP.
No, but he is merely distancing. He is the chief minister of UP and Azam Khan is a minister in the UP government. No, what is this?
Samajwadi Party.
Have you taken action against Azam Khan? Have you taken action against Azam Khan? Have you taken action against Azam Khan? You have a cabinet minister who speaks like an Islamic State spokesperson.
Endorse the statement of Mr. Azam Khan. Why are you giving it so much importance? Give importance to the statement of the Chief Minister, Mr. Akhilesh Yadav. At least he had the courage to say that we condemn the statement of Mr. Azam Khan. When it comes to BJP, we see that the Prime Minister was silent for 14 days. He did not even have the courage to condemn the statements of Yogi Adityanath and Dr. Mahesh Sharma. So at least
how does that make this any better? Now, how does this make that? How does that make this any better? And Mr. Gaurav Bhatia, Mr. Gaurav Bhatia, I'll just pull out the statement. I'll pull out your statement in a bit. Okay, Mr. Bhatia, now time up.
Condemn the terrorist attack.
Mr. Bhatia, now listen to me, Mr. Bhatia. Listen to me. May I just remind you, Sambit, just 1 minute. May I remind you that when these worthies called Mahesh Sharma, and I don't even want to take the names of these people. They don't deserve to be called leaders. I have said these people are... 1 minute, Mr. Gaurav Bhatia, 1 minute. Just relax. I said when these comments were made by Mahesh Sharma...
I'm very relaxed.
When these comments were made by Mahesh Sharma, please stop heckling. When these comments were made by Mahesh Sharma, Mr. Gaurav Bhatia, you, individually I'm naming you, you were the person who came and said the Prime Minister of India should apologize. It doesn't matter what he says, what doesn't say. And the people should be thrown out. Legal action should be taken against them. They should be held on all charges, including incitement of rioting. Now, having said that,
I demanded even on your show.
Yes. Now let me ask you. Now let me demand. No, 1 second.
I am repeating it. When the Dadri incident happened and Dr. Mahesh Sharma called it an accident, I on your channel made a statement that Prime Minister should come forward and reassure the nation and condemn. But he did not. He waited for 2 weeks, and that is why
Mr. Akhilesh
have you exhausted your argument?
Have you exhausted your argument
of Mr. Azam Khan?
Have you exhausted your argument, sir?
Do not endorse this statement.
Have you exhausted your argument? Can I please say something to you?
What you are doing?
Gaurav Bhatia, you are trivializing the entire issue of terrorism.
Official statement of the
party. Gaurav.
And why are you not giving the
Gaurav, kindly relax and let others speak. Gaurav, my question is, Azam Khan is working as an ISIS person without arms.
You first talk about Dr. Mahesh Sharma. Talk about Yogi Adityanath. What moral preaching are you doing?
Don't trivialize the issue. Don't trivialize the issue. And Shankar Aiyar is a great democrat. He is a professionally supporter of radical Islam. Whatever the incidents happen, right from Osama bin Laden to ISIS.
Look for you.
Gaurav Bhatia, ISIS magazine direct. Have you read the direct? There is no difference between what Bharat says and what Azam Khan says. Azam Khan is giving the Prime Minister.
Gaurav, 1 second. Gaurav.
Why do you?
Gaurav Bhatia. Gaurav, 1 minute. No, 1 second, please. Now, 1 second. No, 1 second. Now, you stop. No, Rakesh, wait. Rakesh Sinha, wait. Just wait a minute. Gaurav Bhatia, I'm requesting you.
You come here and you try to ask us questions.
Okay, so Gaurav, I'm asking you. Gaurav Bhatia, Mr. Bhatia, I would certainly request you, and I'm requesting you most politely, but firmly, that it is not fair of you to consistently speak over others, Because otherwise we will not have a reasonable debate.
No, Arnab,
now listen to me. Now listen to me. Now listen to me, Mr. Bhatia. Now listen to me, Mr. Bhatia. I have said. Now listen to me, Mr. Bhatia. Now listen to me.
When Yogi Adityanath made a statement
Mr.
on Shah Rukh Khan, how am I wrong on that?
Mr. Bhatia,
you
now
tell me.
First of all, please do not get into this.
You asked me a
Mr.
question.
Bhatia, again this is no way to debate. I'm telling you, Mr. Bhatia, please hold back for a minute. Rakesh,
I need 30 seconds.
No, 1 second. Just 1 minute. I'm not giving 30 seconds now.
I am entitled to ask counter questions to Mr. Rakesh Sinha.
And you will ask them. You will ask those counter questions when I let you, sir. Please understand. Please wait for our turn. We must hear the other participants of the debate. Otherwise, it will be thoroughly one-sided. And that will not be fair.
Wrong statements about
now, Mr. Bhatia. Now, Mr. Bhatia.
I will not wait for your permission.
Mr. Gaurav Bhatia. Akhilesh Yadav. And please don't interrupt now. Akhilesh Yadav, Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, has said, our party has strongly condemned it. We strongly condemn what Azam Khan has said.
Right.
Now, I'll tell you one thing.
So don't you think that's the right statement to make?
I'll tell you what, it is the right statement to make, but in the given context, it's rubbish. Because by simply distancing...
I don't agree with you.
Then I disagree with you too. It's all right. You may not agree, but you don't need to repeat it 1,000 times. I would say this, Mr. Gaurav Bhatia, that you have...
I will repeat it.
Mr. Bhatia, don't speak over me, please. Now the question is this. The fact is, we have in our country, ladies and gentlemen, and let this be debated openly today. Let Maroof come in. Let Jaiveer come in. Let Sambit Patra come in. Let us settle it once and for all. In our country today, we have a man as a minister who has justified the killing of 130 people at the hands of ISIS. We have a minister.
No. Mr. Azam Khan also condemned the attack, and you are
Mr. Gaurav Bhatia, do not misrepresent facts. Do not misrepresent facts. If I say today,
Mr. Azam Khan
we are trying to prevent our youth not to be getting.
No, Mr. Gaurav Bhatia, this is not right. Please, I'm requesting you.
Azam Khan's whole theory is based on the conspiracy theory. That it is the Western countries which led the growth of the ISI. It is not the Western countries. Don't believe on the conspiracy theory. It is a wing of radical Islam which believes in,
and now you come and
believes in destruction of the world. Kindly don't connect with the Indian domestic politics with the fight against terrorism.
Hatred ideology.
You are trivializing this.
By this logic, Gaurav Bhatia, will you please listen? Mr. Gaurav Bhatia. No, Rakesh, stop. Gaurav, this is called heckling. Gaurav, don't heckle. Please stop.
Where were you? Did you hide somewhere? Was it very uncomfortable?
I think Mr. Gaurav Bhatia, I think you are determined not to let anyone else be heard, but it's not a right approach, please. Mr. Bhatia, I request you for a second time, and viewers are listening right now, and Mr. Bhatia, I am requesting you. And you see, you've noticed, Mr. Bhatia.
Then I will respond to it.
Yeah, but you will after listening to others. Mr. Bhatia, there are 3 people in the program. They have not spoken.
You know, this
is not a legitimate question.
Now, Mr. Bhatia, the problem is, okay.
The prophylactic violence means destroying everything.
Now, will you both stop for a minute?
Don't compare Yogi Adityanath and Mahesh.
Rakesh Sinha, stop. Rakesh Sinha, stop. I will tell you what this person said. What's his name? Azam Khan. Listen to me.
That we will listen to his preaching. When their own organization is dividing society, why should we listen to
what? No, 1 second. No, I want Sambit Patra on the other side.
Very unfortunate. You go and rule the country, but don't divide the nation. Don't divide the humanity.
I want Sambit Patra to come to the debate. Viewers, before Sambit Patra comes into the debate, dear viewers, though Gaurav Bhatia is making every attempt at not listening to anyone, including me tonight, I hope Gaurav Bhatia will show the patience. I hope Gaurav Bhatia will show the patience to listen to me for 30 seconds. This is my interpretation of what Azam Khan has said. And Gaurav Bhatia, I have a bit of patience. I have a bad throat. Please don't force me to try and speak over you.
Ask you. What was Mr. Azam Khan's first line? Tell me that. And the viewers should also know.
If you stop.
Did he not condemn that?
No, 1 second. Sambit, no, 1 second. Sambit, no, 1 second.
condemnable? Did Mr. Azam Khan not say that? Arnab, I'm asking you a question. Why place half-baked facts before the viewers?
Listen, Mr. Gaurav Bhatia.
Did he not condemn the
Mr. Gaurav
attack?
Bhatia, you don't speak over me. I'm requesting you don't speak over me. I'm requesting you don't speak over me. Mr. Bhatia,
I
you
have asked
can't.
you a question.
Okay, you asked.
Is
Will you
it
be
correct
quiet
or
for a
not
minute?
correct that Mr. Azam
Arey bhai,
Khan
will you be quiet for a minute? This is a
started by
democracy.
saying that
Please
I
listen to
condemn
me.
the attack?
Mr. Bhatia, listen to me. Now, please listen to me for a minute. Okay, just be quiet for 2 minutes and listen to me. And I've told you I have a bad throat. Don't force me to exercise my vocal cords more than I need to. Now listen to me, Mr. Azam.
In those 2 minutes, you will take out 5 seconds to answer my question as well.
Thank you. Now, Azam Khan has said, killing innocents, and don't speak over me, Mr. Bhatia. He has said killing innocents, whether in Syria or Paris, is bad. The whole world should condemn it. But then, if you created such a situation, he said, you have to face the backlash too. One, he has justified the death of more than 130 people at the hands of ISIS by linking it to a reaction to the ongoing conflict in places like Syria and Iraq. Two, Azam Khan has said, whatever the attack has taken place, if an innocent is killed, it is not right. But if it is a reaction to something, then the superpowers must think about it as to where this reaction has stemmed from. That action that has caused this reaction, whether it should or should not have happened, is something the superpowers must think about. Azam Khan therefore believes, don't interrupt me, my 2 minutes are not over. Azam Khan therefore believes that the horror, the grief, the pain that the Parisians went through on Friday night was a mere reaction to the actions by certain superpowers. Then he has said the attack with planes, the attack with rockets, the attack with bombs, and the drones, which don't have anything inside it, destroys anything. America, Russia, any organization is responsible for the killings of innocent people. Thirdly, therefore, Azam Khan has therefore sympathized with the cause of the terrorists who, by talking about how America and Russia have perpetrated attacks earlier with planes, rockets and bombs, he says the attack in Paris was a mere response to that. Then, and you want to ask me what Azam Khan has said, so I have the courage to hear it tonight. I believe Azam Khan should be in jail tonight. And let me tell you what he said. He said, this is not a terrorist act. He has had the gall to say, this is not a terrorist act. Had Mr. Azam Khan, who using Mr. Gaurav Bhatia, now if you interrupt me, people will say you don't have the courage to listen to me. You have the courage to listen to me in entirety and then you speak, Mr. Bhatia. Azam Khan has said this is not an act of terrorism. He has said history will decide. He has said history will decide. Arey bhai, listen to me. He has said history will decide who is a terrorist and who is not. So in other words, Azam Khan does not consider suicide bombing. Azam Khan does not consider suicide bombing as an act of terrorism. This man will tomorrow say that 26/11 was not an act of terrorism. His logic will justify what Hafiz Saeed did. And you have the gall to keep this man in the cabinet. Throw this man out of the cabinet and put him to jail if you have the courage to do that. Yes, please. Mr. Gaurav Bhatia, now I want Sambit Patra to come into the debate. Sambit Patra. Sambit Patra, here the others protagonists as well. Here the other protagonists as well now.
Gaurav Bhatia to be a bit
Here the others as well.
Gaurav, please be tolerant. Listen to others as well, Gaurav.
To your remarks.
Here the others. Here Sambit Patra.
You should highlight the statement.
I have highlighted the statement.
Gaurav is tolerant should I speak. I don't want to shout over anyone.
Importance it deserves.
We are absolutely
Importance it deserves. I will give it the importance it deserves till you put Azam Khan in jail. Then I will not give it importance. You keep that man in the cabinet, I will give it importance. Throw that man out of the cabinet now.
Your episode, Arnab, I'll tell you.
Throw him out of the cabinet now if you have the courage to do that, Mr. Gaurav Bhatia. Don't give lectures from studios.
The Prime Minister on your channel. At that time, you said the Prime Minister has spoken. You did not ask for sacking of Dr.
Mr. Don't change the subject, Gaurav Bhatia. Now you don't have anything to reply.
When Mr. Akhilesh
Azam Khan has exposed himself, Gaurav Bhatia is further himself over
12 hours. Is that not proper?
Now you have nothing to say. Sambit Patra.
Mr. Narendra Modi to be silent for 14 days when trouble was brewing in the area, when Yogi Adityanath was sending Shah Rukh Khan to Pakistan.
Cool down.
Was that proper?
Don't terrorize me.
You cool down, Sambit, and don't preach here. I will react when I
Please,
need
let's
to
not
react,
behave in
and
this
I don't need
kindergarten
to learn
manner,
my
no.
lessons from the
Please
BJP.
be quiet for a minute. It's
Dr.
my
Mahesh
turn now.
Sharma,
I was not
Yogi
interjecting.
Adityanath,
Let me
Vijay
complete.
Vargiya, you have a cricket team of people
Cool
who
down,
make communal
my
statements,
friend,
who make
cool down.
irresponsible statements.
The country
And
would not
come here
like
and
you
say,
shouting
cool
this
down.
way, Mr.
Oh,
Bhatia.
so, by the way,
People who are ministers.
No, 1 second. Now Sambit will respond.
Please calm down and let's respond.
I ask you, did you take action against Dr. Mahesh Sharma when he said Dadri incident was an accident?
Look at him. Ulta
Did the Prime Minister speak for the first 14 days?
Look at him.
Your Prime Minister, the Prime Minister
I'm amused.
of the country,
I'm amused the way Mr. Gaurav Bhatia is showing fake outrage over it. I'm amused.
Participating in debates.
We are all outraged by the kind of behavior Mr. Azam Khan
there is nothing wrong when
and
he
look at
calls
the
it an
fake
accident.
outrage of
Have
Mr.
you
Gaurav
forgotten
Bhatia.
that?
Let Gaurav Bhatia expose him further.
And with utmost responsibility, I will remind you that when Yogi Adityanath says that I'll provide bombs,
but you're repeating yourself now.
हो गया? Can I speak now?
चलो कह दिया ना आपने, अब आगे बढ़िए प्लीज. अच्छा सुनिए गौरव भाटिया जी
योगी आदित्यनाथ
दोहराने से बात सच नहीं हो जाती. आप जरा अपनी गाड़ी को बंद कीजिए, दूसरों को बोलने का मौका दे. संबित पात्रा बोलेंगे. संबित पात्रा go ahead. संबित पात्रा go ahead. संबित. Go ahead संबित.
Modi does not even speak.
Go ahead संबित.
It's astonishing that Mr. Azam Khan is trying to buy excuses for terrorists. And over here in the channel, Mr. Gaurav Bhatia is trying to buy excuses of Mr. Azam Khan. What kind of thing is happening?
I am not.
Let him speak.
Mr. Azam Khan is a habitual offender. Mr. Bhatia, please be tolerant to others' views as well. You are a learned man. You are an educated spokesperson. Don't behave like this, Mr. Bhatia.
Mr. Narendra Modi.
No, I don't want to shout over anyone.
And you have no courage to even respond.
Arnab, I don't want to shout over Mr. Bhatia.
I am making a request. Dear viewers, please note, this is the third time and maybe the 100th time in the course of the program. I'm placing it before viewers, so that later if Gaurav Bhatia complains that I'm not given time, I'm placing 3 facts before Gaurav Bhatia. A, Gaurav, look at your watch. What is the time right now? My information is that that's 26 minutes past 9. This debate has been on for 21 minutes. No. 1 second, Gaurav. Let's get the terms of the debate right, my friend. 1 second, Gaurav. 20 minutes into the debate.
I don't understand when you bring an RSS voice and you bring a BJP voice. Just because you want more time to be given to them.
No, Gaurav. Don't see conspiracy theories everywhere.
Divide society.
Okay, now Gaurav, have you finished? This is not right. This is not going to be appreciated by people. Gaurav, out of 25 minutes in the debate, you have taken 20 minutes. When anyone else tries to speak, you speak over them.
Gaurav, what are you trying to do?
Don't do this, Gaurav. Don't do this. This is not the right form of debating. In a debate, you have to listen also. No, Gaurav, in a debate, you have to listen also. Gaurav, in a debate, you have to listen. Otherwise, Gaurav Bhatia, you're making a speech. This is a debate. You can't come into a debate saying, I am not going to listen to anyone else. And Mr. Gaurav Bhatia, I am now requesting, on behalf of thousands of viewers of Newshour, for you to give a turn to the other side to speak. Because you need to listen to what other people think about this sorry character called Azam Khan. Sambit Patra, please continue.
And why don't you ask them about Vijay Vargiya and Dr.
I did when I had to. Now I'm asking about Azam Khan. Now please let him speak.
No, you did not.
Don't go there. Don't go there. Gaurav, you know what? Life is not about endless provocation, especially when you have a character called Azam Khan in your party. Now please let Sambit Patra speak, for God's sake, please. Let him speak and listen to him. I request you, listen to him, even if the truth is uncomfortable to you, even if you don't want to listen to the other side, listen to them. Thank you very, very much. Sambit, continue.
I will also remind him of what his party people
please, please, Gaurav, listen to them. No, please, Gaurav. Yeah, thank you. Sambit, continue. Please, now Gaurav, please.
See, Arnab, this is not a simple debate. This is a very serious and a very important debate because of the fact that terrorism, which has taken suddenly the center stage of this whole world, becomes a talking point in Indian politics for all wrong reasons. Terrorism happens in Paris. all of us should unequivocally condemn it. None of us should make it a debatable topic, but we are debating it. We have two voices. Why two voices? One supporting the terrorists, one denouncing them. We have an Azam Khan who tries to impress upon. I don't know whom. Whom does these people want to impress upon? Why do they think that this is going to sell in India? Is there a kind of thinking which exists in these people that there is a vote bank policy in this? Is there a vote bank which they are trying to play upon? I dare say no. Please, for God's sake, do not divide this country in a way which would be reprehensible, which would be really bad for the future of this country. Please, sir, hear me out. This is a very serious debate. Don't trivialize it. Mr. Azam Khan is not a simple Kamzor Musalman as he puts. He is a very powerful Muslim of this country. He is a minister in a cabinet, and when he says that Muslims are victims and that's the reason as to why they have every right to pick up a gun and go and terrorize the world, then what kind of message is Mr. Azam Khan sending out to the world? Let me remind you, the French ambassador has been hurt by it. The French ambassador has said today, mincing no words, that Mr. Azam Khan should not have spoken these words. Mr. Gaurav Bhatia, rather than ranting and shouting on the Times Now debate right now, will you remove Mr. Azam Khan from the cabinet or will you not?
Courage to answer my question.
Now I get Maroof Raza into the debate. I'd like to get Maroof into the debate, please, with your permission. If Maroof can have a word in, please.
Gaurav Bhatia, by supporting Azam Khan and by supporting terrorists, Mr. Bhatia
I think you have a cricket team of people who destroy the national fabric every day in India and UP. And BJP keeps numb. They rather tell the people to go and make divisive and communal statements.
Gaurav Bhatia, you fall ill defending those
leading the case of ISIS. He is creating the fertile ground for ISIS. What you are doing? Kindly throw him out from the cabinet.
Come on, Rakesh.
Put him into jail.
I know you
no
selectively come on programs. You can't even have the courage to speak against the Prime Minister or your head, RSS head.
What courage?
India Hindu.
What you are comparing Yogi Adityanath and the Paris-7? What Yogi Adityanath did for the terrorism?
To come on debate.
He is a member of the civil society. He is speaking on behalf of the civil society.
Now I'm coming into this, and I need to go to Maroof Raza, and so Gaurav, I will not seek your permission. I will go to Maroof Raza, but before I go to Maroof Raza, I would like to urge our participants to please think over one basic point, that this debate about terror apologists is extremely critical in this country. It's no longer a laughing matter. For years, for decades, we have allowed a certain bunch of politicians to be apologists for terrorists and thought that we have as a country got to suffer these people. Now Azam Khan has given terrorists who mercilessly shoot people having dinner at a restaurant a clean chit because he says they are responding to what the battle that is happening in Syria. Gaurav, don't speak over me. Don't speak over me. It's not going to work, Gaurav Bhatia, because I'm going to speak over you, Gaurav Bhatia. And Azam Khan has trivialized the bloodbath. Azam Khan has trivialized the carnage. And if you can listen, pass it on to your leader, Mulayam Singh Yadav, that in my view and the view of millions of Indians, all Indians today, Azam Khan has trivialized the bloodbath and carnage by shifting focus away from the act of terrorism and the lives lost to the international politics being played elsewhere.
What Mr. Akhilesh Yadav said.
And Azam Khan has justified.
He is one of the tallest leaders in the party. Why not give importance to his statement?
And Azam Khan has justified. And Azam Khan, one second, let me speak to Azam Khan.
Party leader.
Azam Khan has said.
Bhattal is a Muslim. It was a Samajwadi Party leader.
Rakesh Sinha, please don't get into the communal angle, please. I'm not interested in that. I'd like to get Maroof Raza into the debate. Maroof, people want to hear Maroof, please. People would also like to hear Maroof, please. Because I think I would like to hear Maroof's views. I would like to hear Maroof's views on a politician who justifies the killing of innocent people, because he says that in these countries people light up their streets with the wine and pub culture. by illegally extorting money out of oil reserves in Iraq and Libya. Before I hand it over to Maroof for his views on this, let me remind this character called Azam Khan that on taxpayer money, this man Azam Khan was merrily walking around, wining and dining and having cruise parties in Amsterdam and all over Europe at that point, and he was traveling with a group of MLAs from Uttar Pradesh on taxpayer funded money. Let me expose him completely now. This hypocrite, this anti-national character called Azam Khan, this person who is nothing but a complete embarrassment to the system. Why did Azam Khan go on a cruise trip in Amsterdam? Why did Azam Khan travel to Brussels? Why did Azam Khan go to Paris? What was he doing in Paris? What was he doing in Europe? You tell me. You tell me what was he doing when he was merrymaking all over Europe? Why was he merrymaking all over Europe with a group of MLAs? Did he not think about all this then? What a complete hypocrite this man is. And I'd like to hear Maroof Raza's views on whether such a man should be continue to be a part of our Indian political fabric. Maroof, please. Maroof.
No, I just wish to bring it down to today's topic.
Today's topic is the hypocrisy, the anti-national and dangerous politics of Azam Khan.
Mr. Bhatia,
Maroof.
You've been on air.
Maroof, let Maroof speak.
Mr. Bhatia, you've been on air for 30 minutes. हमको 5 minutes का दे दीजिए. So let me just explain 2 points, and I think that is going to probably take the argument in a different direction. One is the basis of Mr. Azam Khan's justification. Firstly, you can't condemn terror and justify it in the same breath. Mr. Azam Khan has done that, which is ridiculous. Terror is terror and has to be condemned and has to be dealt with seriously, universally, with one code of conduct vis-a-vis terror. There is no two arguments about that. And I think we are all agreed on that. I think Mr. Bhatia would also give me the benefit of doubt on this one. Now, what I want to explain is that Mr. Azam Khan's contention of justifying these terror acts in Europe by saying that the oil money that was exploited from the wealth of the Arab countries, this has led to a kind of anger against the Europeans and the Westerners, which has led to this reaction. Now, firstly, the Arab regimes which have been selling oil for donkey's years, they are the ones who are amassing the wealth, and many Muslim groups in the subcontinent have been beneficiary of large amounts of funding coming in from these countries. Pakistan is a classic case in point where, you know, a whole lot of Salafi mindsets have been created by this hardline right-wing view that is promoted by the same wealthy Arab regimes, which is finding justification in some people's argument. Firstly. Secondly, Islam is a religion of peace. It is not a religion of violence. And whether it is the so-called Islamic State, yes, it is a travesty to call them an Islamic State because they are anything but Islamic. And at the same time, you're looking at Pakistan, where the Hafiz Saids of the world and others are also killing people in India and elsewhere, justifying their kind of Islamic agenda. There is no justification for killing human beings in Islam. In Islam, a human being is called Ashraful Makhluqat, which means the finest of God's creations. Absolutely. You cannot give justice for whatever you feel injustice about. That is God's right. The third point I wish to make, and let me also explain this to our viewers, that the point Mr. Shankar Aiyar is talking about, the anti-Islamic sentiment that is there, Western societies generally are very tolerant societies. And let me tell you, a large number of immigrant population that has gone and settled in the West have been hugely beneficiaries of the tolerance of Western societies. England is a case in point. And it is only in America after 9/11 there was a kind of argument, good Muslim, bad Muslim. But even the Americans thereafter turned the corner when they realized that they had overdone their reaction to the 9/11 killings. So my bottom line is, no justification can be given for killing of innocents, whether in Paris or Mumbai or Kashmir. And if you think you're going to promote it on the grounds that Muslims are being persecuted, you're missing the point. The point at issue is states which perpetuate terror or non-state actors that perpetuate terror, the world must
But
gather
the point
against
is,
them.
no,
And at this point of time, we must speak in one voice.
To viewers, I have a question before Gaurav Bhatia comes back to the debate. I need to get Jaiveer Shergill. I need to get Jaiveer Shergill into the debate, and Gaurav, I'll come back to you after that. Now, please, one second. My question to viewers is, Gaurav, Jaiveer has not spoken. I need to go to Jaiveer. After that, I will certainly come to you. So please hear the other side. Now, viewers, my question to you is this. The hashtag tonight is terror apologists. And I assure you, viewers, I will put together all your feedback and send it to Gaurav Bhatia tomorrow morning. So the hashtag is terror apologist. And my question is, should Azam Khan be sacked immediately? My view is he should. You can tell me what you think about it. I think he should because he has justified an act of terrorism as a legitimate response. I think he should because he can't be a cabinet minister who justifies the killing of 130 people. He cannot say something which not just shakes up the conscience of the nation, but strains the fabric of humanity in this country and trivialize the deaths of innocents by saying this is a result of wine and pub culture. Azam Khan has no sensitivity. He has no awareness of contemporary history, past history or medieval history. I doubt if he understands geography. The only thing he thinks he understands is vote bank politics. But it will be made clear to anti-nationals like Azam Khan and the people who support them that not one vote will be cast for a fanatic person without any control over his tongue, who thinks he can get away because he's obviously politically blackmailing Mulayam Singh Yadav and Akhilesh, that if you take action against me, then I will revolt against you. Mulayam Singh Yadav and Akhilesh, should they show the courage today to sack Azam Khan is my question to you, and the hashtag is terror apologists. All your feedback will be sent to Gaurav Bhatia. Now let me deal with this other person called Shankar Aiyar. He's a has-been, as you know, Mr. Shergill. He doesn't amount to anything. Generally, people say Shankar Aiyar is not even taken seriously. The only place which takes him seriously is Pakistan, his favorite tourist spot. Having said that, this time, even the Congress is thoroughly embarrassed at Shankar Aiyar because he, with his statement, he says it is important to curb anti-Islam phobia that has gripped Western Europe and America. Can you explain what he means by that, Mr. Shergill? And he also says, of course, it's not like the Islamic State has done a great thing. They have committed a crime and taking responsibility shows their brazenness. We condemn it, but it can't end with condemnation, he says. There is a need, Shankar Aiyar says, to examine immediately this on fundamental ground as to why this kind of religious terrorism is spreading across the world. In other words, Shankar Aiyar finds anti-Islam phobia that has gripped Western Europe and America as a plausible explanation to a senseless, barbaric act of violence, thereby voicing support for the rationale of those people who use the name of religion to terrorize innocents. Now, even as 99 innocent civilians fight for their lives after this terrorism, he has used the so-called treatment of Muslims in France as a rationale to justify the carnage that has already claimed 132 lives, thereby giving credence to the bizarre claim that terrorism has a logical reason and a logical basis. Terrorism has a logical reason? Terrorism has a rationale? Terrorism has a basis? And you will not take any action against this man?
Absolutely not.
No, tell me, what is his importance to the Congress party that you can't sack him overnight? Why can't you sack Shankar Aiyar? And should the Congress party sack Shankar Aiyar is my question on which viewers can respond. Yes, Jaiveer.
Arnab, and I will not make your throat exercise as much as my last speaker, but 3 points. Number one,
just come to the point.
Mr. Shankar Aiyar is not the authorized spokesperson of the Congress, neither does he represent the views of the Congress party.
Is he a member of the Congress?
I am telling you now.
Is he or has he been a member of Parliament of the Congress party? Has he been a central minister?
Any leader, be it Mr. Shankar Aiyar or Mr. Azam Khan, whoever, any leader who tries to justify terrorism is doing disservice to the nation and humanity, and Congress party condemns it.
Condemns it, so what's the difference between you and Mulayam Singh Yadav? Why can't you sack
any leader?
Jaiveer, one second.
Sack.
No, 1 second. Sambit.
Sack him from what? Today, Mr. Shankar Aiyar is not. Sack him from what?
From the Congress Party.
Today, Mr. Shankar Aiyar is not the authorized spokesperson. He is a nominated MP in the Rajya Sabha, not to from Congress.
Not even in BJP. But
1 second, my friend. Sambit is very hypocritical of BJP to give sermons on terrorism.
Mr. Modi should answer.
BJP
Today, two former minister, Salman Khurshid and Mani Shankar Aiyar, go and justify terrorism in the land of Pakistan. And you say that Congress has nothing to do with these two leaders. Should you not remove both these people, Mr. Mani Shankar Aiyar as well as Salman Khurshid from Congress? Do you know? Should I show you the video of Mr. Mani Shankar Aiyar? In an interview in Pakistan says that if you want to have talk, then you should remove Mr. Modi as the Prime Minister.
Okay, one of you at a time. Sambit, pull back. Sambit will pull back. Sambit will pull back. Sambit, pull back.
Benefactors of separatists and terrorists in J&K. Mr. Sambit Patra, you speak about terrorism. Under your rule, the terrorist attacks have increased. Should I give you the figures? Under your rule, flags are being waved. Asiya Andrabia is being thanked by Nawaz Sharif.
And
she is not arrested in FIR number 92. BJP is compromising on national security for sake of power in J&K. You should be ashamed of yourself. Congress party has fought against terrorism with sincerity and resolve. Unlike BJP, who has fought terrorism only on Twitter and election speeches, Mr. Sambit Patra.
Deserves pat in the back.
Yes.
What are you saying?
BJP is in power with PDP, who is on an overdrive to please Pakistan and hurt India's security.
Far junior to both these top leaders of Congress party.
You are talking about terrorism. Should I give you data? I have the data from Home Ministry. Terrorists and separatists have found a new courage under the BJP rule. Terrorists like
Pakistan is offering
infiltration,
the leaf of peace.
cross-border terrorism
not accepting the big leaf of peace.
At this stage, I understand.
We need Prime Minister when it comes to issues of terrorism.
At this stage, I can understand.
That Mani Shankar Aiyar and Salman Khurshid be removed of Congress.
Talk to me about terrorism.
Mr. Shergill is not part of.
Okay, at this stage, I'll take a first break on the news hour. At this stage, gentlemen, let me state a point. Gentlemen, frame your arguments.
BJP thanks Pakistan.
One by one. 1 second, Jaiveer, Gaurav, 1 second. Sambit, Jaiveer and Gaurav. Sambit, Jaiveer, Gaurav. At this stage, I have to take my first 2-minute break. It's only a 2-minute break. And I'm coming back to the debate because I want to not just debate this. I want to debate this vigorously because an ex-cabinet minister in the Manmohan Singh government, has not for the first but for the second time justified terrorism with bringing in a religious scholar. Should the Congress act against this political has-been called Mani Shankar Aiyar, or can they get away by simply indirectly trying to say the man is a political has-been? Even if he's a political has-been. In fact, even more so if he's a political has-been. Even more so he's a political has-been who's somehow trying to remain in the news by saying something controversial. Should this person, Mani Shankar Aiyar, not face the sack from the Congress party is a legitimate question. Because in the last Congress session, Rahul Gandhi marked out Mani Shankar Aiyar for special attention and praised the work that he did on Panchayati Raj. Can the same Rahul Gandhi say today that I don't know Mani Shankar Aiyar is not a senior leader of the Congress party? Then pull back the tape and see what Rahul Gandhi said about Panchayati Raj and Mani Shankar Aiyar. We want to know what Rahul Gandhi will say about Mani Shankar Aiyar and his comments on after the Charlie Hebdo attack. We want to know what Rahul Gandhi will say about Mani Shankar Aiyar after the Paris attack. We're going into a 2-minute break. We're going to come back with Jaiveer responding. Back in 2 minutes. Let me tell you what this man Mani Shankar Aiyar said in January 2015. They'll be interesting, you know. Some people are just serial offenders. Nothing can be done. They'll never improve, and especially parties like yours, the Congress party, seem to be encouraging them. In January 2015, after the Charlie Hebdo attack, this man, this headline hunting, has been called Mani Shankar Aiyar said, why should those who are less powerful not respond? Powerless people will find powerless means of responding when there are drone attacks. Is this not an open justification of an act of terrorism? And so what if it is prefaced by saying, What happened is unfortunate, but he said this. He's an advocate of terrorism. Why have you let him lose? Dissociate from him. So what if he was once a loyal, follower of the Gandhi camp? So what if he was an apologist for the Gandhis for the principal part of his political career?
Arnab,
No, so what if he had no other qualifications except his loyalty to the family? Act against him. He's an apologist for terrorism.
Here I am. Congress party condemned.
You should
throw him out.
Any leader statement from Congress party
Throw him out.
who tries to justify terrorism. Congress party has fought terrorism in reality.
Really? And what is this? What is this fiction?
Here is Mr.
What is this
Patra
fiction?
giving me lecture on terrorism.
Sambit will respond.
BJP and PDP are the biggest over-solicited
Arnab, I think tonight the BJP should answer. Where were they intolerant against terrorism? When
One at a time. No, only one side will respond. As of now, only Sambit will respond.
Across borders were all-time low. Under UPA rule, terrorist casualties, civilian casualties, infiltration were at all-time low.
Viewers, I am asking, should Shankar Aiyar be sacked? Should Shankar Aiyar be sacked?
What you are doing
Mr. Shankar does not represent the Congress party.
The BJP, why are they sacked their own
Okay, two at a time. Two at a time. Sambit responding now. Only Sambit responding now. I have limited time. Only Sambit and Jaiveer.
What will Sambit respond? What locals does he have to respond?
Mr.
Sambit Patra should break his alliance with PDP, get ASEAN Drabi arrested, get Gilani arrested, then he should come on this channel to speak.
One second. Now, Mr. Jaiveer Shergill, don't do a Gaurav Bhatia now. Jaiveer Shergill for a party called the Congress Party. Jaiveer, listen. Listen, Jaiveer. Jaiveer, listen to me. Listen to me, Jaiveer. Jaiveer, listen. Jaiveer, for a party that has spent a large chunk of the last 18 months demanding the BJP to rein in its motor mouths. And I am told that you're preparing for the next parliament session also by basically saying, why does the BJP not rein its motor mouths? Why don't you rein in motor mouth number one, Shankar Aiyar?
We will rein in.
When? How? When? How?
We will rein in.
When and how? When and how? After another terrorist attack?
Nor spineless like BJP.
We will. Should the Congress party sack motor mouth number one, Shankar Aiyar? Is my second question on the hashtag terror apologists. Sambit is responding now. Sambit, please. Few minutes on the debate. Sambit.
Jaiveer, please, I request you to hear me out. Jaiveer, look, this is a classic case of like boss, like followers. In the sense, do you remember Mr. Khurshid had mentioned that Sonia Gandhi could not sleep for night together when she came to know of the fate that happened to the terrorists in Batla House encounter? She literally cried for nights together. Do you remember how
Let him complete.
Do you remember
please listen me out. Please listen me out. Do you remember how Mr. Digvijay Singh addressed Osama bin Laden as Osama ji, and how depressed was Mr. Digvijay Singh in knowing that Osama bin Laden has been killed? Do you remember as to how Mr. Digvijay Singh was saying that 2611 was a conspiracy hatched by RSS? So all your top leaders, including right from Mrs. Sonia Gandhi till Mr. Salman Khurshid, Digvijay Singh and Shankar Aiyar have been trying to find excuse for terrorists, and that has been exposed today. You go to Pakistan and there you rant, you blabber, you sang, you in fact say there that Mr. Modi should be removed and you should be placed as the Prime Minister, because Mr. Modi is not trying to buy the peace initiatives that the Pakistani government is trying to offer. What kind of statement the Congress people are making? And you have still kept these people within your files and ranks.
Can you deny that?
Only because you want to divide the Indian society.
Mr. Sambit
Patra, you cannot deny the fact that whenever the nation wanted Mr. Narendra Modi to speak on crucial issues, Mr. Narendra Modi remained quiet.
How many ceasefire violations? How many terrorist infiltration? How many casualties?
Superficiality. Let me remind you that when Masrat Alam was about to be set free, your government did not act.
Two cousin brothers supporting terrorism. Cornered, yet shouting. People do not like this, Mr. Bhatia and Mr. Shergill. Distance yourself from terrorism immediately. You are young
to be released from Prime Minister
Mr. Jaiveer Shergill. Mr. Jaiveer Shergill. Mr. Jaiveer Shergill and Sambit Patra. Sambit Patra, I have something to say to you. Sambit. Okay. Gaurav, 1 second. Gaurav, first of all to Sambit Patra. Sambit. First of all, to Sambit Patra, I have a few minutes left. I have 1 point to Sambit and 5 points to Jaiveer. I have just listened to my points. My first point to Sambit is, Sambit, don't pretend that you've not played politics over terror. You attempted to reap political capital out of the Burdwan terror blast by indulging in a political slugfest with Mamata Banerjee. And you use the phrase jihadi bombs. You use the phrase jihadi bombs. 1 second. Now, Gaurav, please listen to me. But now my point to Jaiveer Shergill. Jaiveer, let us not forget that Rahul Gandhi
Don't be so soft on BJP, Arnab. Don't be so soft on BJP.
Is Azam Khan from the BJP?
Did not ask their ministers
Is Azam Khan from the BJP?
They did not ask any
Who is from the BJP? Mani Shankar or Azam Khan?
Any minister?
Who is from the BJP? Mani Shankar or Azam Khan?
Don't think about softness elsewhere.
Listen.
Dr. Gaurav Bhatia, be hard on Azam Khan. Don't think of softness elsewhere.
Is Azam Khan from the BJP?
You know what happened with you in Bihar.
Mr. Gaurav Bhatia, Mr. Gaurav Bhatia, listen. Hello, Mr. Bhatia, please don't try and decide what I ask or don't ask and what I say or don't say. Mr. Gaurav Bhatia, and for all the viewers of Newshour, let me make it very clear, Mr. Gaurav Bhatia, just wait a minute.
There is no difference between Azam Khan's statement and Dabik mouthpiece of the ISI.
Ask any question.
They are using the similar words, similar logic to extend the ISI.
Rakesh Sinha,
The Dabik case, remaining and expanding. And they are the tools of expansion. Azam Khan and Shankar Aiyar are tools of expansion of ISIs in India. You are creating the most dangerous situation and putting the Indian Muslims in most embarrassing situation. Don't put Indian Muslims in embarrassing situation. They are patriotic. They are against the terrorism. They are with the Prime Minister's appeal. But at the same time, Samajwadi Party is a natural ally of the radical Islam.
Okay,
Samajwadi Party and the section of the Congress are the natural ally of radical Islam.
Okay, viewers, my third question today, which is again you can respond by using the hashtag terror apologists, is, do you believe that Azam Khan's politics is an embarrassment not just to all Indians, not just to all Indians of every religion, but is an embarrassment to all Indian Muslims as well, because he imagines that he is going to play vote bank politics. And for the kind information of Jaiveer Shergill, if Gaurav Bhatia, Gaurav, we waste our time trying to speak over each other. I'm saying this, Jaiveer Shergill. Jaiveer, listen to me. Jaiveer, in 2013, one of the reasons.
The fact is that
my point is to Jaiveer, please.
Azam Khan's statement, don't use if and but.
One second.
If and but.
Jaiveer Shergill.
We can
I will not learn what is good for the country from you. I will never learn it from you because I
don't learn from me. Learn from the humanity. Learn to kindly save the humanity. It is not the Muzaffarnagar. It is not the Muzaffarnagar you will do domestic politics. It is not the Dadri who you will do the domestic politics. It is the humanity in destruction.
No, 1 second. Is Akhilesh?
Do not justify. There are no ifs and buts.
Let me tell you.
Your Akhilesh Yadav is the weakest.
Maroof. Okay.
A lawyer of the
Arnab, I want to
I'm closing the debate. I'm closing the debate. I'm closing the debate at this point. Viewers, tell us your feedback on what Azam Khan and Mani Shankar Aiyar have said.
I'm sorry to break it to you. Supporting
Can two people be on the screen at a time, please, if you don't mind? 1 second, please. Sambit, please. Complete your point and then I have a point to make to Jaiveer. Yes.
No, Arnab.
See, Arnab, in fact, Mr. Azam Khan's statement and the ISIS statement do not differ. ISIS says that Paris is a sin city, and that is why
I
they got
think,
what they
Sambit,
should get.
you are doing a
Mr.
study
Azam
on
Khan said
ISIS.
Paris has wine
what you've
and
been
pub
told to
culture.
do right
That's
now.
why they got what
You
they got.
first
So where is
answer.
the
Did
distinction
you
between
thank
the
the
ISIS
ministers of
spokesperson
BJP
and
government
Mr. Azam
when
Khan?
they made
And
the
on the top
statement?
of that, the
When
Samajwadi
Yogi
Party
Adityanath
spokesperson,
was
Mr.
sending
Gaurav
Shah Rukh
Bhatia,
Khan to
is acting as
Pakistan,
a
did you catch
spokesperson
him?
of Mr. Azam Khan. Just imagine. Look at look at the whole trail over here. Azam Khan trying to buy excuse for the ISIS. Gaurav Bhatia trying to buy excuse for Azam Khan. All of them are one but the same. Apologists for the terrorists.
What to say and then break
In fact, Gaurav Bhatia, Gaurav, we have a very good suggestion. Gaurav, a very genuine suggestion. Many people will be very happy.
No,
This man, may I say something?
Yes,
Get a boat.
yes.
Get a boat. Put 2 oars in it. Make Azam Khan sit on the boat
This,
and push the
Arnab,
boat
I
away
think
and let him join
you
the
are
Islamic State.
you are
We don't
not
want him
being
in
fair
India.
when you don't
Let him go
discuss
join the
the
Islamic
BJP
State if he
minister.
wants to be a spokesman for it.
Why
Put him
don't
on a
you
boat
talk
to the
about
Islamic
the
State.
minister's
Yeah,
statement
and
to that?
Gaurav, you can be the
Why don't
boatman.
know, Arnab?
I thank you.
Why don't you talk about the
He has no right to, if he vows by the Constitution of India, he cannot be supporting a terrorist group.
Then the statement of Mr. Azam Khan. And this is not the official statement.
Gaurav,
I thank you very much for joining me on debate number 1 on the Newshour tonight. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.